Muy buenas noches a todos ustedes que nos acompañan. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos una semana más en United Star Coaches, Latino Coaches Group, Monday Night Live, en nuestro nuevo horario, Arturo, a ver cómo nos va con nuestro nuevo horario. La verdad que la gente nos pedía poquito más tarde para que la gente de la costa este nos podría acompañar. ¿Cómo estamos hoy? Buenas noches, Arturo, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, Julio. Gracias otra vez por invitarme. Y bueno, aquí tratando de pasar la noche con todos, con ustedes, que siempre para mí el lunes es mi día favorito de la semana. Entonces siempre es bueno platicar, estar en conversación y a ver las preguntas y aquí platicar, estar en confianza, ¿no? Con los otros entrenadores y entrenadoras y profesores y profesoras que nos estén escuchando.
Claro que sí, claro que sí, claro que sí. Toda la gente que nos está sintonizando esta noche, queremos mandar un lindo abrazo, un lindo saludo, que esta noche sea de su agrado y también aprendan un poco más de nuestro amigo Anthony Flores, que nos acompaña esta noche. Está por llegar el amigo Anthony Flores, está por llegar y estamos a la espera de él. Pero hablemos un poco más de United Soccer Coaches, Latino Coaches Group, Arturo. ¿Cómo va todo lo del podcast? ¿Dónde nos puede seguir la gente? ¿Quiere sintonizar el podcast?
Bueno, el podcast ahorita todo esto está en SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, y entonces simplemente está bajo el mismo nombre que es Latino Coaches Podcast, y hay podcasts que son en español, hay podcasts que están en inglés, entonces tenemos variedad, tenemos historias, o sea, personales, tenemos cosas que entrenadores y entrenadoras están haciendo en la comunidad, tenemos una variedad ya, o sea, gracias a ustedes tenemos una pequeña librería de grabaciones ya y ojalá sigamos creciendo. Y lo bonito de todo esto es de que nosotros podemos compartir esto con ustedes, con toda la gente que nos quiere escuchar. Y bueno, te digo, es de ustedes y cualquier sugerencia, si tienen alguien, déjenme saber.
Claro que sí, Arturo. La verdad que hablemos hoy un poco de Anthony Flores, que nos va a acompañar esta noche. Tuviste la oportunidad de tenerlo en el podcast, ¿verdad? Y ya está al aire. Ahorita no vamos a dar un adelanto, pero ¿cómo te fue la plática con él?
Mira, pues para empezar, la verdad es una persona muy humilde, muy honesta y la verdad se portó como un todo completo profesional. Lo que viene sucediendo es de que empezamos a hablar de Filadelfia, obviamente de Filadelfia, del área que él está aquí, y también empezamos a platicar sobre problemas de que entrenadores como yo, que trabajo en un club comunitario pequeño, y luego también alguien como él, que trabaja en un club obviamente más grande, que es con el Philadelphia Union, hablamos de cómo resolver problemas que tenemos con los jugadores en el campo, ¿no? Entonces, y uno de esos problemas era cómo crear jugadores creativos. Entonces, o jugadores que te pueden resolver problemas en la cancha.
Excelente, Arturo.
Es muy importante y bueno, es una manera de aprender.
Claro que sí. Y la verdad vamos a tomar esta oportunidad de saludar al profesor Javier Velasco. Aquí estamos para apoyar a nuestros directores técnicos latinos. Un saludo para usted, profesor. Un abrazo de gol. Muchas gracias por el apoyo. También nuestro amigo Ricardo Juárez Molina. Buenas noches, profe Julio César. Saludos desde la Ciudad de México. Igualmente, saludos a todos ustedes. Un abrazo. Vamos a darle la bienvenida a Anthony Flores. Es el director técnico juvenil, ¿verdad?, de Philadelphia Union. Anthony, muy buenas noches. Gracias por acompañarnos. ¿Cómo estamos?
And I'll be honest with you. I woke up at 4:45 this morning. We had about 4 camps today. I literally just walked in the door. I'm not kidding you guys. I literally walked in the door. I thought I had an hour. I was about to have some dinner, a late dinner, and then have some tea, and then get on the call. And then, Art, I apologize. You got to me.
It's all good.
Yo, you gotta love it. You gotta love this. You gotta love it. If you don't love this, you'll hate it. You'll hate it, right?
That's it, man.
So, man, I'm okay, dude. Life is good, man.
Yeah. No, básicamente, esto es parte de la vida. Y si no lo amas, si no te sacrificas, Anthony, como lo habías comentado, si no lo amas, no es para ti esto. No es para ti, ¿verdad? Vamos, obviamente este programa, para recordarle a toda la gente que nos acompaña, este programa es completamente bilingüe, entonces no se asombren o de repente los invitados hablan en inglés, hablan español, compartimos ideas, pero es lo bonito, ¿no? Que en este deporte no hay un lenguaje oficial, esto es el fútbol, y esto es, ¿verdad? Arturo, algo que preguntarle a Anthony para empezar de una vez, porque la gente ya está muy, muy ansiosa de saber un poco más de Anthony.
No.
Adelante. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're going to start, dude. We're going to start. Dude.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. Okay. Mira, vamos a empezar, o sea, sobre la plática que tuvimos tú y yo, ¿no? Estábamos hablando de cómo crear jugadores que nos resuelvan problemas en la cancha, ¿no? Y la importancia de tratar de presentar nuestro programa o nuestro programa o nuestras ideas a los papás también, para que nos den un poco de espacio con los niños. Entonces, talk to me about that part, the importance of being able to communicate with the parents, your ideas as far as, hey, this is my methodology. This is what I want to do with the players. This is how they're going to develop. I hope you agree.
Yeah, no, I remember we ended our conversation, Art, last time about the why.
Yeah.
Our why evolves. Family comes in, money comes in, jobs come in, opportunities come in that were unexpected, right? What your trajectory, your prediction, your schedule, what your outlook was got completely curveballed with another opportunity. I think as a parent, I think, you have to, as a coach to a parent, you have to actually understand, why am I here? Why am I in front of the coaches? And why am I in front of the parents? I think from both sides of it, you have to understand your audience base. So, as someone who loves the game, I don't have a problem being very genuine and honest to parents why I'm here and my purpose with their child. And I think for me, it's very important that I find the parents that are aligned or not aligned, because not our parenting styles match up with the coaching style, right? You could have a coach who's intense, who's energetic, who's just very boisterous, and it might not suit certain kids. It might not suit certain parenting styles. And parents will say it. Parents will say it. And then you have parents who are just like, all about the energy, all about the excitement and enthusiasm. And that style is very aligned with parenting and coaching style. So I think when you're a coach, you have to look at the kid. I think you have to assess the kid, how he's being raised, and you start to kind of paint a good picture of what the parenting style is from the kid's behavior, how he conducts himself in public, his mannerisms. Does he say please? Does he say thank you? I think all those little pieces are important when you do have that discussion with all those parents, because if you're not learning about your kids, you're not going to have any idea who your parents are.
Yeah.
Once you learn about the kids and their personalities, whether they're humorous, whether they're serious, whether they're quiet, you'll learn a little bit more about who the parents are behind those children. So I think when you do have those educational meetings, I think it's very important to know your players first, honestly.
Claro, y lo venimos diciendo, profesor Flores, Anthony, que es importante conocer a tu jugador, conocer a tu familia, antes de que puedas hacer cualquier cosa, porque también hablamos anteriormente, el why, el por qué hacemos esto, ¿no? Y también tenemos que darnos cuenta el porqué de los papás.
Sí.
Tú lo has dicho, el porqué de los papás, el porqué de los jóvenes, porque tal vez nuestro estilo, como lo comentas para toda la gente, voy a traducir un poquito el mensaje de Anthony, tal vez choca la idea. Entonces tú tienes que tener el poder de coach de convencer y convencer y conocerlos un poco más para que tú los puedas apoyar y sigan esto juntos, ¿no? Porque obviamente sin los papás, seamos sinceros, sin los papás no existiéramos nosotros, ¿verdad? Y tenemos que tomar eso en cuenta, ¿no? La verdad que lo hemos platicado anteriormente con gente de Argentina, Anthony, lo hemos platicado con el amigo Gabriel del Valle la semana pasada, con el Luisa Borreguero, con Loy, nuestro compañero Loy, en Massachusetts también, lo hemos platicado. y es la nueva metodología, la nueva filosofía también de Estados Unidos,
Sí,
más holístico, más completo, más progresivo, puedo decir también, que nos enseña eso, ¿no? De verdad, y gracias por de nuevo estar con nosotros, ¿no? Y hablando un poco de la federación y todo eso, Anthony, ¿cómo es que Anthony Flores llegó a la Philadelphia Union? Y es una historia muy linda, Anthony, y queremos que seas un ejemplo, la verdad. You know, we want you to be an example to all the young Latina and Latino coaches out there that we can break the ceiling, so to speak, and we can get there, right? So tell us a little bit about that. ¿Cómo es que Anthony Flores llega? Platícanos primero quién es Anthony Flores. ¿Quién es Anthony Flores? ¿De dónde viene Anthony Flores? Platícanos un poco de eso, Anthony, por favor.
I'm nobody. Like, honestly, I'm nobody. I'm a kid at heart. I love life. I honestly, every day, you know, I told my partner today, we're lucky. I tell her every day, we're lucky. We're so lucky. And you got to be, every day, you got to be grateful for one thing, man. Just be grateful for one thing. And, you know, to be in this position I don't take it lightly any day. There's not one day, because you know what? There's half the coaches around the world would want my job. That's the truth, right? And when that's the truth, man, like, you put in perspective, right? And you say, like, you're blessed, you're lucky. And so, I mean, who am I? I'm just someone who loves the game. I think that to all my Latinos and Latina coaches, like, you have to study, you have to put money aside, you have to put others in front of you. You got to want to help the world. You got to want to help us as people. I mean, at the end of the day, if I can inspire one person a day, I've done my job, Papa. I've done my job. Yeah. If I can inspire one person,
that's it.
And I take one day at a time right now. We've all of us, the whole world knows you can't think too far ahead these days. You got to be right here, right now, and just hug your loved ones, appreciate the time. Who am I? I never thought about money when I started coaching. It wasn't that. I just knew that I was very good at it, but I wasn't smart. I didn't have knowledge. And so a lot of the experience came from the coaches. Art, speaking to you, my friend, having our conversation last week, Papa. I mean, tú estás inteligente con eso. I learned from you. And I never lose my grounding. I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. We're human. Tenemos corazón. Tenemos un pasión, and we talk and we learn. That's it. And we go home and we say to ourselves, how can we do that? Art just gave me a great idea, but how do I do that in my environment, right? So I've never lost my grounding, but I have a goal. Art and I spoke about it. I want to be on the national side, but I know I still got another 15 years. I want to be one of the most decorated coaches this country has ever produced, but I still need another 20 years. And I'm okay with that. I can spend the next 20 years. Like, I'm that crazy. But I've accepted the fact that there's so much room to grow, and that I know this much about soccer. Eso es todo. Eso chiquito. Anyone that tells you that they know this much, un mentiroso, un mentirosa, no, that's not true. So all I can say to you, who am I? I'm just someone else who wants to make a difference, and I want to die knowing that I've done my best and I've tried to make this world a better place. That's it, man. That's really it.
Grande, Anthony, grande mensaje, la verdad, de humildad, de perseverancia, de alcanzar un sueño, de proponerse algo y conseguir el sueño. Y sigue adelante y no te olvides de nosotros cuando llegues, porque la verdad sí vas a llegar. Yo estoy seguro que vas a llegar, no tengo duda que vas a llegar, y la verdad que vamos a estar para apoyarte y para aplaudirte y seguir levantándote lo que podamos para que tú llegues a tus metas. La verdad que muchos mensajes positivos están llegando. El compañero profesor Javier Velasco, Anthony Flores, es excelente persona, muy humilde. Tuve la oportunidad de hablar con él, estamos en el contacto. Le deseo todo lo mejor del mundo. La verdad, Anthony, eso es. Esto es de personas, amigo.
Yeah.
Eso es de personas. Eso no es de un balón. Eso
But
es de
you know what,
personas.
though? The big problem is that I've always told parents this. It's either you're part of the problem or solution.
Así es.
And I rather be on the side of solution.
Así
But
es.
in order for me to be a part of the solution, I need to help others to improve and raise the level.
Excelente.
And I know I have to go in the weeds. I can't be the one in front of a camera trying to be the one that gets paid. And no, like I'm in the weeds because in order for us to improve as a country and Latinos and Latinas, man, you guys got to understand, you got to put the work in.
That's it, man.
That, Papa, and in this
Nothing else.
we don't. It's different. It's you got to put the work in, right? So
tenemos
I'm
que darle. Tenemos que darle. Tenemos que darle. Y es el mensaje que queremos que todos lleven esta tarde noche de Anthony Flores, es que tenemos que darle. Tenemos que estudiar. Tenemos que prepararnos. Tenemos que ahorrar un dinero para pagar los cursos. Que no hablamos inglés, tenemos que aprender inglés.
Sí.
Que de repente tenemos que aportar más, tenemos que hacer más y no ser los únicos, Anthony. Motivar a otros, como tú lo comentas, motivar a otros a hacer más. Y eso también, obviamente lo sabes, porque también de repente nos acompañas en nuestro grupo de Latino Coaches. De eso se trata. Queremos levantar a coaches latinos, darles el valor, porque de repente, exactamente lo has dicho, estamos en en tiempos duros ahorita, la verdad, pero un día a la vez y tenemos que estar presentes en el momento, la verdad. Y muchas gracias, la verdad, Anthony, por hacer tiempo. El mejor regalo de una persona es su tiempo y nos has dado el tiempo y la verdad que estoy agradecido contigo. Yo sé que eres una persona muy humilde, que no te gusta el limelight, no te gusta la cámara, pero queremos que la gente sepa de ti, Anthony, porque solamente así, si la gente sabe de ti, se puede emocionar y se puede inspirar contigo. Entonces también por eso queremos alzarle. El amigo Evandro Lunares, saludos a todos. Gracias, gracias Evandro, obrigado amigo. La verdad, Arturo, ¿alguna otra pregunta para Anthony?
Entonces estamos hablando de la motivación, ¿no?
Ok.
La motivación y la educación. Entonces, ¿cómo uno, o cómo tú, vamos a hablar específicamente de ti, cómo tú, bueno, puede ser el why, ¿no? Pero, how do you keep yourself motivated and at that high of a standard for long periods of time? And I'm not talking about like today, like 4 to 9, you know, I'm talking about over years. Porque no es fácil, no es fácil mantener una continuidad de una alta función, una función alta. Y las demandas y el tiempo, o sea, es una presión gigante. Entonces, ¿cuál es tu motivación para mantenerte a ese nivel o a través de mucho tiempo?
Again, to all my brothers and sisters out there, you have to understand in this industry, you have to do good. Like, it's not about you. It's never about you. It's about how much you can give back. First of all, my lady thinks I'm crazy. Okay, let's be that straight. She thinks I'm crazy, but she also sees how passionate I am. And honestly, what scares me, what motivates me is dying and knowing that I didn't do anything with my life, that I didn't make the world a better place. And I think that I've learned that as a young age. If you die and you felt like you haven't done better for this world, you really haven't done much. So I've learned that at a young age. And I mean, what motivates me is we can continue to inspire kids, and the stories, and you guys can both tell me the same thing. You have heard, you have received, you have witnessed when you inspire a child and they tell you, it makes you cry. It makes you freak. One kid, it makes you cry, whether it's a Christmas gift, whether it's a Thanksgiving gift, whether it's a birthday gift. it could just say, "Thank you, coach," and a little drawing of a soccer ball, and then right next to them, it's just them. And you're like, damn, this is what we do. And when you learn that and the power you have, that's scary. And it's also dangerous. It's
very dangerous.
Because if you do not take care of that power, you can use it for the wrong. And I don't like that.
Right.
Because people can use that for the wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's no motivation, my friend. It's just
doing good things. It's just doing good things.
Right.
You know, estuve platicando con unos amigos míos este fin de semana, Arturo y Anthony, y lo que yo he aprendido de este COVID, les comento, que no necesitamos un presidente, que no necesitamos un board member, que no necesitamos 20,000 technical directors, no necesitamos niños, necesitamos jóvenes para moldear y apoyar. Entonces yo pienso que es time that we flip the org chart, my friends. We got to flip the org chart. The kids need to be first and foremost. If the kids aren't first and foremost, we're in the wrong business. And you know what? I hate to say the word business, right? I hate to say the word business, but it is, right? We have to flip that org chart. You know, something else I wanted to tap, you just jogged my memory with a couple of your passionate statements and comments that you've made, man. It's definitely, it's important to also reflect on what we've done. I, for one, I've made tons of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And I've looked back on it and said, man, I ruined that team. I ruined that kid. But like you said, we got to be a part of the solution now, right? So now we got to continue to get better and use those lessons and really educate and continue to educate yourself, because I personally have. I know that. And I, apologize to all those teams and players. At any given moment that we maybe were, our timing was bad. We were, but you know what? We have to take that as well. We have to learn from that as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there is nothing more wonderful. I get an email or I get a wedding invitation from one of my players. That's a trophy right there. That's a
Hall of Fame. That's a Hall of Fame right there.
That's HOF right there. When you get invited to one of your ex-players, one of your former players' wedding, that's what it's about, gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
When you see one of your ex-players that didn't think they were gonna play in college, graduate from college after playing 4 years,
when they invite you to games.
Exactly. So no, excelente, Anthony. La verdad, excelente. I mean, we can go on forever, but again, a lot of guys out there, girls out there watching us tonight. Coque, un saludo para ti, Coque. En la unidad está la fuerza. Of course, my brother. Of course, Coque. Excellent job. Everybody tuning in tonight. Orange County, New York, upstate. Andy Benitez. Saludos, Andy. Hope you're doing well out there. Stay safe. Let's talk about education, Art. I know you and I are going to a journey right now, my friend. We're beginning a journey. Let's talk about how important, Anthony, education and networking are important, and how important has that been to your career?
We're in a generation right now where coaching education seems to be kind of the last thing they think about. And I don't think young coaches understand how important coaching education is. And it doesn't mean that it's going to make you the next best national coach. But what it's going to give you is a piece of reflection of who you are and who you're not. And like you said, Papa, you realized your mistakes and you were man enough to accept them and say, dang, you know what? I could have done better, but I will next time. It's a process, and that's coaching education. It's a process. And when you enter a course, you enter a transformational portal where at the other end of it, you're not the same person.
No, sir.
You're the same leader. You're not. So why is coaching education important is because we figure out things about ourselves that we never would have known otherwise, my friend. Never would have known otherwise. And it hits us so hard that we go back home and we start to act a little different.
For sure.
We start to talk a little bit different.
Yep.
We maybe have a little bit more patience on understanding the why. And maybe we listen a little bit better.
100%.
So education, A lot of coaches think nowadays, especially young coaches, and if you're listening to this, listen, it is a business. And you do have to get your degrees. You do have to get your certifications. There's no way around it. You can be the best coach in the world, but with no certifications, you ain't climbing up the ladder. That's just the way it is. So when someone sees a resume and they see the badges, they don't see, oh, great coach. They see investment. They see sacrifice. They see time put into a craft that they love to do. That is what they see when they see coaching education on a CV. So to my young coaches, $500, a tuition for a course might be expensive, but I assure you, it will pay dividends in the long run. Dividends as long as you continue. So why is coaching education department? It's because we're a better version of ourselves when we come out of it. And that's what we pay for.
And I'm going to add just real quick, like when you do look at the coaching education and you sign up for something like that, don't expect like a magic pill. don't expect to come out of it like knowing like
everything.
Okay, this is how I'm going to beat that press. This is how I'm going to play out of the bag. Don't expect that. That's not what the courses are about. The courses are actually a lot deeper than that, right? And just like Anthony was mentioning, it's about personal growth, right? The soccer piece will come with time and development. So that will come. We will learn the game together. And that's part of the courses, right? Obviously, it's a soccer course. But it's the development piece. It's the human piece. It's the fact that you are going to come out a better human being on the other end. Simply by the fact, like you're just mentioning, vamos a escuchar un poquito mejor. Vamos a entender un poquito mejor. Vamos a poder relacionarnos con los jugadores mejor. Entonces, y también es un proceso, o sea, por más bajo que el curso sea, y a lo mejor uno dice, yo ya lo sé todo, no, vas a aprender. Siempre hay algo que alguien te puede enseñar. Simplemente de una plática de 5 o 10 minutos con Julio, con Anthony, con Lloyd, de repente, el mundo se me abre. Pero eso se aprende. Eso no, yo les voy a decir, yo hace 10 años, es más, hace 5 o 6 meses antes de este grupo, yo no sabía cómo escuchar como sé escuchar hoy. Entonces, ese proceso uno se lo tiene que dar poquito a poquito y solo uno tiene que tener paciencia para poder hacerlo.
Claro. You know what's funny is like we all been there when we're sitting next to our groups, right? And we have an assignment to complete, and we learn more from our peer next to us.
Yeah.
Just by them they're just sharing their perspective and approach to the training session or to a game, and you're just like
you're like
it wasn't an instructor.
Let me
it wasn't
that whiteboard.
Coaching education course. It was the environment that you were put in, where we all learn from one another. And this is where we say, like, all right, we talked last week, man. You had me thinking after that. I'm like, damn, man, like, I got to think about how I want to really use my pedagogies now, be more effective with it.
Yes, sir.
Right. So every time we're around, and look, A or C or F or D, whatever license you have, when you're around people who love the game, who want to teach it,
it's beautiful.
We all win. We all win.
Everybody wins. There's no question.
Así es el entorno que uno tiene que crear en nuestra propia comunidad, en nuestra propia área.
Exactamente, Arturo. Sí. No nomás en tu área, con tu equipo.
Con tu equipo también.
¿Qué significa lo que nosotros pasamos como entrenadores en los cursos? Tenemos la meta de US Soccer, de la Federación de Estados Unidos, es que tengamos un coach instructor en cada club. Esa es la meta. Que después de que lleguemos de un curso, compartamos esas ideas, esas informaciones y no te quedes con ellas.
Esa
es la magia, ¿verdad? Porque yo conozco y he conocido. Hermanos, les cuento. Yo cuando empecé hace 25 años, yo sigo esperando llamadas que hice a gente pidiendo ayuda hace 25 años. Y por eso tomamos el puesto, por eso accedí a ser parte de este proyecto, porque yo no quiero que nadie pase por eso. La gente que quiere la ayuda, se la vamos a prestar. La gente que quiera aprender, se la vamos a prestar.
Sí.
Porque we need to stop being gatekeepers and be curators of information, my friend. That everybody can access. We take care of it and keep it in order, yes. Because there has to be order of things. But we need to allow people to discover it on their own, like the situations. But again, taking it back to our teams and creating that type of environment with your teams, because the players learn just as well as we do the same way. That's part of the, that's again, it's all about the self-learning. Like and again, what are our 3 tenets in U.S. soccer? What are the 3 learning tenets? Right, holistic,
experiential,
right? Experiential, and what was the last one? Game-based.
Game-based.
Reality, right? But here's the thing. Your reality is different from mine. Right? So then how does that apply to me in my situation? So again, that's beautiful stuff. Loy, again, coaching education. Yep, I love it, Loy. Thank you, sir. It's fantastic. Because listen, I think we're more than teachers, we're more than coaches, we're more than mentors. We're all in one. We're todólogos. We're everything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. And the hardest thing is, you said at the beginning, educating the parents.
Yeah.
I think that's the big one, because it's and Coach Luke and you, Julio, you know this too, man. When you do the courses, it's a different beast when you ask a coach who is just in the beginning grassroots level to have a discussion with the parents about the goals and mission and philosophy of the team and their child. It's very hard to communicate those ideas, the terminology, right? Our philosophy. But it's like you said, we're everything, man. We're everything. And nowadays, you think about it, this is COVID time, right? So we're also psychologists.
Yep.
It's been pent up. A lot of them, we don't know where they're coming from, what their environments are. We don't.
Así es.
We have to tread even more careful to ensure that the mental health, let alone the physical health, is there.
Así es.
And that's just, man, it nowadays. I today we did a camp. I was talking to some players, and it's just checking in, right? How are you? And you learn a lot, man. You learn a lot how the kid's doing during COVID just by asking them, what have you been up to all week, huh? What are you doing this summer? What's your schedule like?
Yes.
And it's different, man. So, yeah.
No, y quiero agregar a eso, I want to add to eso, porque y cada jugador es diferente. Cada jugador es diferente y cada jugador tiene su propio entorno, su propia casa. Entonces, a lo mejor un grupo de jugadores tienen acceso a ciertas cosas y otros no. Entonces, ahí es donde uno como entrenador tienes que saber cuáles jugadores.
Yeah.
Les puedes hablar a unos, cómo les puedes hablar a otros, de qué les puedes hablar y cómo te puedes relacionar con ellos. Porque puede ser de que en un equipo de 18 jugadores, 15 tengan acceso a internet, televisión, cable, whatever. Entonces, ellos, they're fine. Pero puede haber un grupo de 3 que no tengan eso.
Nada.
Entonces, a lo mejor ellos nada más tienen su celular o a lo mejor nada más, ni eso tienen. Entonces, ahí es donde tú tienes que poder relacionarte con ellos y hablar y decirles, mira, darles ideas y aconsejarlos y guiarlos y, como dice Anthony, ser un poco de psicólogo y poder hacer esa conexión.
Ya, eso es importantísimo. Y volviendo a los cursos, de repente tenemos la oportunidad, Anthony, de ser coach instructor para la grassroots y todo eso. Yo cuando voy a esos cursos de instructor, yo aprendo más de los alumnos que ellos de mí.
Yeah.
Lo has comentado. Y siempre se los digo, van a aprender ustedes más de cada uno de ustedes que van a aprender de mí. Porque esa es la experiencia, ¿no? Que hace realmente la diferencia para el aprendizaje. Y la verdad que eso tenemos que darnos cuenta como latinos, la importancia de la preparación, la suma importancia de prepararse. Como lo comentó Coach Art, de repente tomamos la mentalidad machista. No, yo jugué tantos años, yo fui aquí, yo estudié allá. No, señores, señoras, no es así. tenemos que seguir. Esto del aprendizaje no se termina. Esto del aprendizaje no tiene fecha de caducidad. Tenemos que seguir estudiando y seguir preparándonos, como lo ha dicho el amigo Anthony, la verdad. Y seguir entrando, seguir todo. Y siempre reflexionar, siempre hice lo suficiente hoy. Hice lo suficiente hoy. ¿Verdad? Esas son las cosas que tenemos que tomar en cuenta. Anthony, la verdad que me alegro bastante que te vaya bien, que te siga yendo bien. Esperemos que no sea la primera charla porque tenemos mucha gente sintonizando, muchas cosas bonitas, pero tenemos que seguir aprendiendo, tenemos que seguir estudiando. Arturo, ¿alguna otra pregunta para el amigo Anthony? Porque la verdad que esto
Sí.
espero que la gente lo haya aprovechado, la verdad.
Sí, nada más cuéntame tantito. A lo mejor hay un curso 9 contra 9 y 11 contra 11 en Filadelfia. Es lo que estás tratando de hacer.
Yeah. Right now we have we do we're planning to do a grassroots courses at the stadium at the Philadelphia Subaru Park, but this is all depending on what the MLS schedule looks like. And those grassroots courses are going to be both in Spanish and English. We're going to do a 9v9 course and an 11v11 course, both in Spanish and English. I'll be running the Spanish course. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a great environment just because it's a different feel, right? You're going to be doing the course at the stadium, right? And professional, right? So you're going to feel the feeling of that. So if, I'm crossing my fingers, hopefully the MLS schedule kind of, pans out at that month. But we are scheduled right now to do those courses at the Subaru Park. So.
Excelente. ¿Y eso va a ser blended o va a ser completamente presencial? Is that going to be the blended format or is that the in-person format?
In-person format.
Okay.
In-person format.
Excelente, la verdad que sería algo bonito estar en el estadio y aprender en el mismo estadio, como lo comentas, es algo diferente.
No, sí, y esas son las oportunidades de que uno, hispano, no hispano, toda la gente, si uno tiene la oportunidad de estar en esa área, poder ir, manejar, whatever, aprovechen esos cursos, porque no son todo el tiempo y las experiencias no siempre son las mismas. Entonces, si tenemos esta oportunidad de ir al estadio y no sé, o sea, aprender más, y estar en un entorno realmente profesional, entonces, de aprendizaje, ¿por qué no aprovecharlo?
No,
Art, I'm telling you, my friend, I'm telling you guys, a part of that whole reason of doing a coach education at Subaru Park is to bring us together.
Yeah.
We are stronger together.
Unidos.
We are stronger together.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to understand Español, Inglés, no matter. We are stronger together.
Yep.
And that message has to be strong. And to be on the field, to be in Subaru, to go on the practice pitch and do this is art, to your point. It's creating the environment, right? It's holistic, but also experiential, and it's also game. So for me, it's creating that environment. Tú sabes, papá.
Ahí está. Tenemos que crear mejores entornos. Tenemos que crear mejores environments para que la gente aprenda y se sienta cómodo. Mira, te voy a decir una cosa. It's called the empathy reflex, right? Si a ti te tratan mal, ¿tú vas a querer volver?
No.
Si te siguen tratando mal. Ahora, si llegas a un lugar donde te saludan, hey, how are you doing, man? Thanks for coming. Te apoyan, te felicitan. ¿Tú vas a querer volver? Claro que sí, porque somos humanos. El cuerpo quiere positividad. El cuerpo quiere experiencias positivas, papá. Y si no les creamos un ambiente que obviamente con orden, pero una experiencia positiva, donde ellos toman parte del proceso, ahí estamos.
Yeah.
Ahí es donde vamos a cambiar mentalidades y ahí es donde vamos a cambiar culturas y eso espero próximamente con la ayuda de todos los coaches latinos que estamos haciendo ruido, la verdad, estamos haciendo mucho ruido. Gracias a Zach Crawford, gracias a US Soccer, gracias a Ian Barker de United Soccer Coaches, gracias a Vince Gansberg, gracias a Edmundo, a Aloy Urbina, toda la gente que nos apoya en este proceso. US Soccer nos quiere apoyar. Estamos hablando constantemente con Zach Crawford, hablando de los cursos que ya me lo terminan la versión en español para los grassroots, el nuevo formato, obviamente, el nuevo formato. Ya estamos por iniciar. Algunos estados ya han iniciado, que me parece ideal, excelente, pero llega un momento, la verdad, Anthony, que tenemos que, como latinos, asimilar un poco más en la cultura americana, es decir, el lenguaje. Tenemos que asimilar más, pero tenemos que compartir esa presión, ¿verdad? Cambiar eso. Tenemos que compartirla. Because we have to share the burden of assimilation. Because if we don't, it's only going to be a one-way street. Yeah. Right? And I always say, people always say, oh, coach, we need more Latino coaches. We need more Latino players. Well, then we got to go to where they are.
Yeah.
And provide opportunities for them to be successful. Yeah. And then if we create more coaches, I'm a firm believer, we create more coaches, we're going to create more players.
Yeah. There's no question. Right. You're absolutely right.
Create more coaches, we're going to create more players. And more coaches that are open to learn from each other. Because again, at the end of the day, Anthony, primeramente Dios, one day I maybe go with Chicago Fire, work for them, and we play each other. It's not about me versus you, my friend. Mm-hmm. And that's where coaches, I think we get it wrong.
Yeah.
Right? We see it every day at the Saturday leagues.
Yeah.
They literally leave like pissed off at each other.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we're still human beings. We're still friends. That's just a game. And I think that's what separates us and how we need to become different. It can't be this, oh, I'm not talking to that guy because he beat me last year. That's silliness. That's silliness. You know what I'm going to do? I say, hey, how did you beat me?
Yeah.
What did you see? Tell me. Throw me a bone here. You know what I'm saying? How did you beat me? Because I want to know.
Yeah, there's that picture, right, of Zidane and Guardiola.
Ahí está el ejemplo. Yeah. Ahí está el ejemplo. Unidos, platicando, dándose un tiempo de platicar de fútbol, que es lo más lindo para mí, aparte de mi familia, obviamente, que es lo más lindo para mí en este mundo. Y el fútbol nos ha dado todo, la verdad. Nos ha dado todo. ¿Por qué voy a mentir? Nos ha dado todo. No somos millonarios, no pretendemos ser millonarios, como lo comentaba Anthony. Simplemente pretendemos ayudar a gente, apoyar a los niños, apoyar a los coaches.
Well, Julio, you let me tell you something, man. That statement of helping others, helping people, and I'm telling to all the young coaches out there, if you are not about helping others, this is not the industry for you. Go pick another industry. Get out of here. I don't even want you in this industry. I'll be honest with you. Get out of here. Because if you're not putting others in front of you, this is not for you. You will not enjoy this. You will last probably 6 months to a year in this industry.
Yeah.
So to those who hear us and not me, hear us, know that we're in the weeds. Julio, you're in the weeds.
Yes, sir.
You're in the weeds. We're in the weeds. We're battling every day. We see it. We hear it. We read it. We deal with it. We find ways to solve. But if you're not about that, go. To my brothers and sisters. But if you are about it, to Art, to Julio, to me, come to us.
Yep.
Ask us. We're here to support you guys. If you guys want, let us know. We're here for you. But if you're not about helping others, this is not. And I want to be very clear with that, because we've all seen people that come into our industry and poison the water.
Así es.
And poisoned it. And too much to a point that we have to now fix their problem.
Así es.
Our own problems.
Así es, hermano.
And por favor con eso.
Exactly.
It bothers me. Because not only do I have to spend time off the field educating the parents of what their past experience was, but I now have to correct your kids' mistakes.
Así es.
Your kids' deficiencies. So now I have to develop your child to what he already missed. And I have to correct your parent who's freaking out of paying money
going nuts.
It's just been stolen last season.
She's been stolen from. They've been stolen from. No, it's un problema. Hay mucho farsante en este deporte, especialmente a nivel juvenil aquí en Estados Unidos. Hay muchísimo farsante. Y como lo comentas, Anthony, yo pienso que con eso vamos a terminar, porque la verdad que más importante que eso, el mensaje no podemos dejar. Si tú no eres una persona que quiere ayudar, esto no es para ti. Esto no es para ti.
Sí.
Porque si esto no va a ser para ti. Arturo, ya para terminar, hermano, hay que despedirnos porque la verdad ha sido muy lindo, mucha pasión, me encanta.
No, sí, no, y yo, a la gente que escucha el podcast o que ha escuchado el podcast, yo lo he comentado varias veces. Y yo lo que hago o lo que estoy haciendo y lo que estamos haciendo con ustedes y el grupo, yo lo hago para que lo escuche el niño que yo era. Entonces,
excelente.
Y los entrenadores, entonces, si la información que nosotros podemos pasar a los entrenadores, ellos se los pueden pasar a los niños, a los jugadores, jugadoras, padres, madres, toda la gente. Eso es lo que nosotros queremos, es lo que yo quiero hacer en lo personal. Darles información, darles opciones, decirles un poco. No les vamos a dar las respuestas porque nadie las tiene, pero si les podemos dar un poco de información, un poco de guianza, eso es todo lo que queremos hacer. Entonces, espero que nos sigan escuchando, sintonizando, y gracias a Lloyd por obviamente ponernos en contacto con Anthony.
Claro
y como le he pedido a toda la gente, ustedes estamos allá, estamos trabajando todos, estamos en el campo. Entonces, si ustedes conocen de historias, clubes, contáctenos, háblenos, díganos sus historias. Hay que salir ya a la luz y hay que decir las cosas como son. Entonces, ojalá podamos...
You're not alone. Anyone listening to this, you're not alone.
No están solos.
No, nadie está solos, man. So if you feel like you feel what we feel, we are here for you. We are there with you, right? So,
excelente. Bueno, hermanos, como siempre, cuídense mucho. La verdad, muchísimas gracias. Súper charla. La verdad, la gente no deja de comentar. Mucha gente cree lo mismo que nosotros. Y la verdad queremos darles queremos darles esa plataforma para que sigan para seguirlos apoyando. Bueno, amigos, hasta la próxima. Cuídense mucho, tengan mucho cuidado. Dios me los bendiga, que cuiden a su familia. Sigamos aprendiendo, sigamos compartiendo, sigamos ayudándonos, por favor, hermanos y hermanas. Hasta la próxima. Buenas noches. See you guys. Thanks, guys.
Bye.